There's been this challenge going around in the Sims community where you have to build a house out of a maze. This is the one that I will be attempting to transform today. I actually got this off of the gallery in The Sims 4 using the hashtag #TryMeSyd. This is a hashtag we use in my community where you can upload and find a bunch of build challenges similar to this one. This is where I found my maze challenge today if you guys want to participate in the same one. And basically we just have to turn this into something cute, but we can't change the exterior walls or the interior walls on this one. Except here's the thing. I messed up and this challenge is cursed. You cannot add walls on the interior. The problem is, I did. I thought I could. But don't worry, that means you technically get 2 versions of this challenge because for every mistake I make, I go back in and fix it. So all of these weird little corners, like these long awkward hallways, I can't do anything about that. We just have to try and make it work. Why is there a tombstone over here? Someone died? Who has died upon these lands already? Hold on, I have to figure this out. I'm not even in live mode, hello? Neither is that guy. Eleanor Sullivan. I didn't even know her. It's this girl's grandma. So I quickly Googled her out of pure curiosity, and apparently this lady is known for driving the community nuts. Look at these Reddit posts, I'm dying. There are entire threads dedicated to complaining about her and how to yeet her from the game. Okay, well, we can't just delete grandma, so I guess I'll put her in the corner for now. Like literally, we can't delete her, so she's coming along with us. Thoughts and prayers in the comments, thank you. Let's build a house. First thing I'm gonna do here is raise this up on a foundation, and next I'm going to roof it. We're gonna add a gabled roof piece here. I'm going to lower it down, and I'll bring that back a little bit. I'm gonna copy and paste that, and we'll add it along this rectangle here, and I'll bring that to the back. I'm gonna copy and paste the same roofing and add it here, and we'll bring that up, hoping that doesn't look too weird. I think we're okay. And then we're just gonna keep going with that same idea, adding it onto any of the extra boxes we can see. We could actually go in with a gabled roof piece and bring it right here. I'll bring that all the way across. Then if I add a gabled roof piece here and bring it all the way over, we could build a little porch under there, and that would actually look really good. We'll do the same idea in the back. I'll just bring this back, and we'll add fencing under that part that's hanging over. We're following shell challenge rules, so I'm gonna be able to add a fence outside. We'll add it to the back as well. And part of me wants to go kind of retro with this. It can be an older house. You could even say it was grandma's house, but since our floor plan is definitely going to be more closed off, typically that would align with an older home anyway. We could try and go even more mid-century with it and bring the roofing angles down. We'll go in and add a brown roof trim, and I already know we're moving. I'm going to move this house to Oasis Springs. Are we all here? Okay, yes, we're good. Let's add some roof paint, and the front door is going to be in there. I guess I should have checked. Tell me we're not leading straight into a wall. Okay, yeah, that's not ideal. If we want it to be right in the middle, then the double door is out of the question. But what if I add a door here? So at least we'll lead straight in like this. Maybe we can put a window right here, like one that's gonna be a similar height. We could try and do a few windows spaced out like this. That might be interesting. Or we do something completely different like this window from Jungle Adventure. I think paneling on this house is gonna be a must, so maybe I'll try this from Adventure Awaits. Or even a stucco could be nice. Then in the middle, I could add these Jungle Adventure windows. I think at the front, I'll open up with these. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. I can also add a spandrel. There's that one from Growing Together, or we just arch it out. Maybe I'm feeling the arches today. Okay, yeah, I like this so far. I feel like we could also do a couple of these. And also I think we need a big chimney, like this one from Growing Together, just over in the corner. Let's build out a path. This part feels easy right now. I'm a little concerned for when we get on the inside. I feel like that's when this challenge is gonna get really tough, but because we're in Oasis Springs, that means we can decorate with palm trees. Oh my gosh, grandma, I forgot. Also forgot to add a back door. Ooh, I actually just opened up debug for a different reason, but I found these little flower boxes. These are so cute. They're from base game debug. I'm gonna add them in my garden somehow. Maybe they could even go at the front, like even just as landscaping like this. I was just looking for something I can use as a barrier because I've added this sand in the back. I could section it off with these wooden planks. It's kind of cute, kind of resembles a potato. Whatever, maybe if we had some landscaping. I'm kind of just copying seeing what they've got going on around, I've gone ahead and done all the landscaping. I ended up doing like a cactus landscaping. There's a lot of base game debug landscaping in here. And this is what I have going on for the back. So I do want to make a small back area. I feel extra drawn to the debug today. I don't know why, but I just found this fence. Again, just a base game one with a bunch of vines on it. I don't think I'm going to close it in completely, but I feel like they look cute just hanging out there. Being in the desert, I feel like we need a big umbrella for some shade. We can add some little matching blue chairs around. I love that color. That like pale blue is really pretty. And I'm kind of going off the fact that this is an older house, but maybe the family is taking over. Like, I don't know, do we think we can even fit 2 bedrooms in here? I'm gonna be ambitious and say we can somewhere in this mess. I'm gonna include a barbecue right here. If I am gonna try and add kids, maybe a swing set would be good. I think a little fairy plushie could be cute on this chair. It almost matches that pillow. And like, why do I feel like there needs to be a couple flamingos outside? What do you think my neighbors would do if I added these ironically? Like in the winter, when it's covered in snow and there's just one pink flamingo on my lawn? I think I'm gonna do it. Then on the front porch, I'm keeping with the blue and the theme that we've been going for. So I'm gonna add a rocking chair. I'll add a small table beside it, maybe with a lamp here. And I'll also add a small bookshelf. I added a rocking chair on the other side, and now we just have this cozy little porch reading area. And so far, this is how the outside of our house turned out. I like that it's giving retro, and it also just fits right into this location. Same thing in the back, we just have a fun like family hangout spot. Let's now start tackling the inside. I'm gonna add lighting just to see what we're doing, and I'm gonna temporarily change all of the walls on the inside to this red color just to make sure that I don't accidentally delete anything when I'm adding the floor plan. So right there is our front door. This spot, this is gonna be closets. When you walk in, you're gonna put your shoes on, you're gonna put your coat on, even though we live in the desert. For now, I think we can add some placeholders. Like I'll just add those closets. I did change the color over to blue since that's the one we're going with. This in here can be the same thing. We could add a stool somewhere around here, and we'll get the shoe racks from base game. We can add a small rug, like literally one meant for a bathroom. Let's hang some clothes in here. We could add a nice stand-up mirror in the corners so they could like check themselves out before they leave. We can add the key thing here from the Everyday Clutter Kit, and I think I'm feeling wallpaper of some kind. I'll add another mirror in here just to fill the space. And okay, front section, as awkward as it may be, we figured it out. Let's keep going along this way. I feel like we could fit a nice dining table right here, and then our kitchen could be here in the back. I'm tempted to change over the tile. Maybe we do some checker in there. So let's get a dining table. I'm looking for some retro chairs. These ones from Get Famous are pretty good. And actually our dining table is gonna have to go this way. This rug matches my color scheme perfectly. I am a little worried about the patterns on the wallpaper though. I don't know if we're getting a little carried away with the patterns. You know what? I think I have faith. If we darken it up a little bit, I kind of like this area of the house. A plant in the background would be perfect, followed by maybe a picture here and a clock. Okay, there's our dining table. And then moving in here, this might not be too bad actually. I can do counters along this wall. I changed my checkers over to that beige color, and I'm adding this retro fridge from Cottage Living. For this kind of house, I think I want to do a lot of cabinets. This way we can do a matching older oven here. I'll leave that for prep, and I'll do a sink on the counter beside the fridge. This way we can also add an older microwave. We could add some dishware like this casserole dish. I want to add one of these phones, and then I'm tempted to add one of those kitchen caddies in the middle. That way we can completely clutter this up. We could add like a cookie tray, this scale, and then just some other retro pictures. Maybe this one from Strangerville. Yeah, why not? So there we have our kitchen. We're not doing too bad for spacing right now. Sims will easily be able to walk around in this kitchen. Dining, they'll be able to get around no problem. I think just to finish this part of the house off, I'm gonna try and get this section done. Like this right here, I was thinking about turning this into a bathroom. Yeah, you know what? May as well. Let's close this one off. We have space for a door. We can have a picture right here, and then that will lead into our bathroom. Well, yes, hello, Sims Police here. I am the one responsible for cleaning up after her mistakes. This is very serious. Violation 1, bathroom door. Privacy, not allowed. We will be removing that shortly. I'm gonna change the flooring in this one too. Something dated. Same as the wallpaper, I wanna go for like an old tile. And since we're at the front of the house, we're gonna need some curtains to cover it up. So I got my blinds there. We'll just assume they go all the way down. And I think this is gonna be a sink spot. We could do a nice double sink right here. One big mirror over the top. Actually, this looks good with that wallpaper. Like, I actually like that. Then moving along, I'll add a plant here. I don't know where to put the toilet. Like, I can't put it right in front of the door. I don't want to put it right here either, because then you're gonna open the door and just like walk straight into the toilet. But I kind of can't put it over here because that's where the shower is gonna go. The very long, narrow shower. We could move this door over. This plant can go in the corner, like way in the corner. And then there we go. We've got our toilet figured out. I might add a little picture in here. Okay, great. And now for this. I think I'm actually gonna section this off. Then we could add a glass door leading into the shower. Violation 2, shower door. Practical, yes. Lawful, no. I'll change this so it's completely tile. And then we just need a shower head in the back. We can add a shower caddy in here, nothing too crazy. I think I'll put it down here so it's not in the way. And I'll just place some towels right outside the door. That's actually not a bad bathroom. I really like that shower coming out like that. On the other side, all I'll have to do is just add a plant since we moved that door over. But so far so good. This is actually turning out pretty well. Is it? Is it turning out well? Let's fix the mistakes. First of all, put those walls back the way they were. Didn't Lil Simsy teach you by now? Don't touch the walls. The toilet will move over here. Instead of the door, we get a curtain. And the shower door out of here. All right, the rules seem to be followed up until this point, but watch it. Next, I think we're gonna tackle this big area here. And looking at it this way, I feel like this is actually the biggest open space in the house. So I'm thinking we turn this into a living room. The one problem here is I need a flat wall for my TV. I wanted to have a seating space right here, except we are going to be staring straight at a wall, and that's not really ideal. So I'm going to put this stuff back. I'm going to section this part off back here so that can be a bedroom. Violation 3, living room wall. 3 strikes already. I'll clean this mess up at the end. And then you can get to it by walking down the hallway and going here. We'll worry about that part a little later, but for now I'm gonna grab a TV. I'm tempted to add this from Tiny Living, and I also really want to put one of the old entertainment systems on there. That spot actually looks pretty cozy. We need some art on the wall. I kind of think we can do the jazz cat picture from base game. Probably wouldn't be my first choice, but it does match our color scheme. Behind my TV, I'm adding this retro looking mirror, and we are dealing with a little bit of asymmetry on this side, so I could even finish this off with one of these from Get Famous. Okay, yes, I actually really like this house. How cute and like stylish and retro is that little living room? I'm gonna bring that detail over here as well, just so that it's kind of like continuing through the house and not so random. Could also use another picture over here, so let me just fill that in. This in the back could be a bookshelf wall. Businesses and Hobbies has the same bookshelf in like a bunch of different swatches, so you can easily have these on display without it looking too repetitive. And then since we added the bookshelves, I think we could add a desk in this spot. So I guess above this, I could start bringing in some kid stuff. And in the corner here too, we could add like a kid bookshelf or a toy box. There's actually a pretty good spot for a toy box right there. And then in the back, we could just add a display of some kind. How about with the dog on top? Okay, so we have a desk. We've got some toys we're adding in. Let's start going down this hallway. So I'm gonna bring my flooring along back here. I've already started adding some stuff in this room. This is gonna be like a kid's bedroom. That means we could actually do a big parent room here with like an ensuite bathroom in it. So I'll add another door there. And then just to finish off the floor plan, this can be another bathroom. And this right here, this could be a guest room or maybe playroom or like a skill room, whatever we feel like adding after all of this. Okay, so I'm not gonna delete any more walls. I'm safe to start adding wallpaper on everything now. Let's go work on this kid's room. So I actually added this desk and this rug combo from Adventure Awaits. I'm gonna put that in the back. I think that would look cute together. This could be like a homework station or a creativity table. We could add like this fun dinosaur wallpaper. We can even fit one of the smaller entertainment stands over here. We can add a beanbag chair facing that. Oh my gosh, I never use this rug. Maybe for the other spare room, we could turn this into a really cute nursery. And it's like the perfect size for it too. For this room though, we do still need a dresser. We can add one of the creepy imaginary friends. When the heck did we get this guy? Pixel the friendly bear. Oh, there's a Forever Friends event going on. I guess I completed enough to get this guy. Yay. I'm gonna add some streamers here. We can add a big floor lamp. In the back, I think I'm just gonna turn this into a closet as well. We could even add a door or an archway so it's like a real closet. Like I can just add an arch like this, and I can add a dream home decorator shelf in there, and that way we can actually hang up some kids' clothes. I'm gonna add a bookshelf in the corner, and we'll just add a couple of kids' activities things. Like we could do the paper crafting. I could add a journal. I'll add some extra pictures. And there we have a fun little kids room. I really like the separation in the middle where we can have more of a quiet like crafting spot or homework spot or whatever. And then over here is like we can watch TV. We can spend some time with this guy. Let's go do the nursery. This is a simple room. It has a simple shape, so we shouldn't run into too many problems. And I have not used this bassinet yet. It kind of doesn't match my rug, but I'm gonna force it to. I think I'll also set them up with a crib just because that newborn stage goes by pretty quickly. So they'll have a crib there ready to go. We can add a wall decal here. I can add a shelf here. We can add clutter on there. Maybe like a cute little lamp. I honestly can't even tell you the last time I built a nursery. I don't even know. On this side, I have my bear chair. I'm adding a bookshelf. Maybe we can do this bookshelf as well. It's like the baby one. And we can just add some baby stuff here. We'll add a lamp in the corner. I can have these little guys just peeking out of the bookshelf. And okay, there's our nursery. Since I didn't add a changing table in this one, I think I should probably add that in the bathroom. Oh my gosh, they are huge though. You know what? We're gonna have to ditch the bear and the shelf, I guess. There we go. For this second bathroom, I'm gonna do the same thing that we did before with the shower idea, except this one's gonna have this interesting window feature. Might not be the most ideal for the shower, but like they probably can't see that good anyway. Probably. This way we can put a bathtub here. Our toilet can go here. And actually maybe we can't get all of the above. I think we'll ditch the bathtub. This way we can fit our sink, but we can also fit a potty for whenever we need it for the baby. Okay, so there's our second bathroom. And then finally going into the main bedroom. This is gonna be the one with the ensuite bathroom right here. That actually won't be bad at all because I can get a shower in this corner. And then our toilet and sink can go here. It's not the prettiest bathroom, but it will be convenient. There we go. And then moving in here. Oh wait, this spacing is not as good as I thought it would be. If I place my bed on this side, Sims can't get around here. Same as if I place it right there. Same issue. They won't be able to get around that corner. Like, do we build a tunnel? I can't get rid of these walls here. I was gonna turn it into a closet or something, but if I made it a tunnel, then that could be a way that Sims get around to this side. Or alternatively, we just push it against the wall and someone's gonna have to scooch. If we did that, we could close it off in the back with those. Wait, this whole room is awkward. The kid definitely got the better bedroom. We could still fit a small desk in here though, with a computer. And it's just this tiny office space. I need another skinny item in the back. We could do an easel, I guess. We'll do a mirror on this wall to open it up a little bit. This is also just gonna have to be a closet with some clothes in it, just tucked away in there like that. I'll add a clock on this wall. I need a dresser, maybe something taller like this. You know what? This room has really been the only drawback. I think other than this room, we managed pretty well in this challenge. Wait, this build needs a record player. Okay, so that's gonna solve the problem. They don't have a TV in here, but they do have some tunes and maybe that can explain all of the music decor in the other rooms. Yeah, I'd say all things considered, this build turned out pretty good. I really like the interior. I might be a little biased. I've always loved a good retro aesthetic. Wait, I just realized there's a little room back here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move this. Actually, we'll move the dog. We'll delete the shelf. We'll add an archway. And can I fit a kid's dollhouse in here? I think we can. Okay, yeah, this can just be a little dollhouse room. That was close. We almost did not complete the challenge, but everything is done here now, right? Yes. Nope, we also needed to fill this awkward long hallway. So I just added some laundry wall decor, and I also went and added a high chair for the little one. And like I promised, I went back and removed all of the walls that I added. Really, this was an easier fix than I thought it would be. All I had to do was move a few things around, replace some doors with some curtains. The nursery had to be rearranged a little bit, but I basically just had to put stuff away from the open wall. Again, they got a curtain door. The second bathroom got the same treatment as the first. No more doors allowed. I also just had to move the toilet so we could free up some space. And for the parent bedroom, all I had to do was rearrange for the ensuite, even though they did lose a shower. I'll probably still upload the first final version onto the gallery because I do feel like gameplay here would be kind of annoying with all of the walls being open, but with a few revisions, that is us successfully finishing this challenge. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know any other build challenges you want to see me do, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.